Hi everyone, wherever you're watching us across Africa. This is the Global Youth Biodiversity Network. We're having a conversation today and we are focusing on environment and entertainment. My name is James Propa and I'm coming to you from Kampala, Uganda. This is Retro Records. We're in a music studio and we're delighted. We're delighted to be hosting one of the biggest Ugandan artists currently. He's trending, he's hot, he's young, and he's living large. He's living his life. His name is Victor Rose. He's one of the youngest and hottest Ugandan artists. We're going to be talking about the environment conservation, biodiversity conservation, in line with entertainment. What can entertainment do? What can music do to ensure that biodiversity is conserved, especially in Africa? Because as you know, Africa is all about biodiversity. We are a very diverse continent, and for that matter, it is important that we get one of the most influential aspects of life in Africa, that is music, to understand how best it can support the cause of biodiversity conservation. Victor Rose is here with me, and I'd like him to say hi to all the young people. Victor, hi.
Yo, what's up, each and everyone? It's your boy Victor Rose, Ginger boy. Yep.
Yeah, he's very simple, very cool, very calm, but at the end of this conversation, we'll know who Victor Rose is in you know, who he is and why he does what he does. Victor Rose, to kick this off, you're an artist. How does it feel being a big star in a country like Uganda?
It's a blessing. For me, I take it to be a blessing. Maybe I'm a lucky one, so because very many people are struggling out there to get at least a step of where I am. So I believe I'm just blessed to be among those ones that are looked up to. Yeah.
Awesome. So what really motivated you to start doing music? Or basically, let's start from, when did you start doing music?
Yeah, I started way back in, like, I was in school. So I was singing, but I decided to take it as a career after my Form 6, that's high school.
High school, yes.
Yeah, so I started during the vacation to practice. Then we dropped our first single in 2019.
2019.
And God is mercy, it was my breakthrough song.
So your first song was actually your breakthrough song. Wow, interesting. So as you grow up in school, as you go through school, there is these things that we are always pushed to do, becoming doctors, becoming engineers, becoming architects. If it wasn't music, what would you have done?
If it wasn't music, I'm a student. I'm at university.
Oh.
So I believe I would be at school by now as well. I will be studying. I'm studying social work and social administration. So I would be affiliated in that STEM scale. Yeah.
Which social work and social administration really just fits into what we are talking about: conservation, environment, working with people, working with communities, working with societies. So you being in school now, I actually heard about it that you're in school, but I didn't know that you decided to continue with school. With all the pressure that comes with entertainment. I mean, after school, do you expect to extend your career beyond music and focus on the society?
Yeah, for me, for one, I'm passionate with community work. That's why even when I started, like when I went back to school, I chose a course that is in line with social people, like social life. So I'm passionate about being with people, handling this and this in the community together. That's what I love doing. I'm a person who believes in my inner beliefs, and my inner beliefs are all about what others think about me, what others are learning about me.
What you can teach the world, basically. That's enough for the intro. Let's now dive into this. When you hear about the word nature, what comes to your mind? What three things pop into your mind when someone says the word nature?
Human life, and then plants and animals, then landscapes. Yeah.
You've given me more than 3. I just wanted 3. So that basically means that you have a basic understanding of how humans actually connect to nature, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about the word biodiversity by any chance?
Maybe a little, but it's just a new word. It's a strange word.
It's a strange word.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, but you know nature, but you don't know biodiversity. You've never heard about it.
Yeah, maybe that's a big term.
But you've heard about climate change,
yeah,
for example.
Climate change.
You've heard about deforestation.
Yeah.
You've heard about wildlife conservation.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited any game park?
Yeah.
Which one in particular? Where have you been across Uganda?
Some like Kidepo, then we were at this Chisoro or whatever.
Makison, I don't know that's
No, it's called
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yeah, just those two.
Those two. Good. Yeah, so basically we are the Global Youth Biodiversity Network, and our role is to coordinate young people across Africa. I wish you could give us a shot, the two of us, as I talk about this. So we are the Global Youth Biodiversity Network, and we are a network of young people across Africa, across the world, sorry. But we have a constituency called Global Youth Biodiversity Network Africa, which is holding this workshop. And basically what we do is bring together young people, talk about the environment, but specifically talk about conservation, biodiversity conservation. Biodiversity basically takes up everything that has life, from humans to animals to plants, like you said. But I think probably you grew up from Ginger. I don't know if you grew up from Ginger, but you call yourself Ginger boy. Yeah. Ginger is by the lake, so there is lots of fish in the lake. But with pollution and everything, it affects the livelihoods of those, of the fish, for example. When you are going to Ginger, you go through Mavira Forest.
Yeah.
It is a home to so many wild animals. But with the deforestation, it greatly affects the life of those wild animals. So our role as young people is to ensure that, or as Global Youth Biodiversity Network, is to ensure that we bring together young people, basically those that are already working on conservation and those that have no idea, like yourself, to teach you about the value of protecting our environment and the role that you can play. For example, you as an artist, the role that you can play in ensuring that we protect the environment, in ensuring that you tell the people to stop the things that they are doing so that the environment can be protected. But the environment cannot be protected unless we have the government taking part in this whole process. The reason why you know so much about climate change probably is because climate change has been funded widely. Everywhere. Everybody's talking about climate change on TV, on radio, at the UN, everybody's talking about climate change. But we feel that this section called biodiversity conservation is totally forgotten about. So that is why we want to engage with young people like yourself, like myself, like all the young people that are part of this workshop, and all the African young people, to basically find ways how can we as young people work together to ensure that, one, we hold our governments accountable, two, that us as the people, as the future, we can actually play our role, because we all have our part to play. For example, if you go out and cut a tree for charcoal, tomorrow you're going to be crying over lack of rain. But it's you as a young person who decided to cut charcoal instead of probably doing other things for your own, to make money. So that is the main role that we do as the Global Youth Biodiversity Network. But then also at the international level, we have what we call the multilateral environment agreements. These are basically basically UN agreements, one works on climate change, which is widely known. Everybody knows about climate change. The other one is about deforestation. And the one for climate change is called United Nations Framework to Combat Climate Change, the UNFCCC. The one for deforestation is called United Nations Convention to Combat Deforestation, UNCCD. Then the one that we work on is called it is called the Biodiversity Convention, or the Convention on Biological Diversity, which is the CPD, and that is where we fall. And for us, it's about making sure that the fish, the animals, the plants that have life, we protect them and ensure that we send out the information. For example, you as an artist, probably you can do a song about protecting the wetlands or protecting whatever. So that is basically about conservation. I recommend that you go back and read more about it after this chat, so you can get yourself familiarized. Probably you could also build interest and do something in your space as a star, as a creative, to support on this cause. That brings me to my next question. Do you think music has the power to move people, to create change in the society?
Yeah, of course. Why? Because like we have audiences, and those people believe in us. Like they believe in us in whatever we tell them to do. Yeah. So I believe if we start guiding them to do this and live this, I think like 90% of our followers will be doing what
you tell them to do.
Yeah.
But why do you think that usually the artists are mainly focusing on the business side of music? They never focus on issues that actually concern the people that actually give them the money. Why do you guys always focus on just what brings money to you and not giving back to the society?
I don't think you're talking about me.
No, not you, but I mean as artists in general.
Because for me, I for one, have been trying to give back to the community, like to emphasize them, like do things that that adds value to our life and that brings back life. Yeah, like the way you have just explained biodiversity to me, it means like if we don't change, then there is no future for human life.
Yeah, there is no future.
Yeah, so it's something very easy to communicate with. Like I can just make a post, like in a week I can be communicating to them. I don't think it's like until we do not focus on that, but sometimes the government does less.
Yeah, they don't really empower the art sector.
Yeah, because if the government was also like helping us to reach them in that way, we'll be also focused on what helps the whole community than what helps like us as personal. Like us, we end up focusing on our personal lives and personal issues, because that's what the whole community calls for. Like everyone is on their own.
It's no longer for God and my country.
You know?
It's about for God and my stomach.
Yeah.
That's the new trend. But not talking about yourself. When you look at other artists, do you feel like artists are really taking up some of these community issues, environment, menstrual health for girls, HIV and AIDS? I mean, all these issues. Do you feel the artist community, or even creatives, us, the media people, the producers, the DJs, do you feel people are really focusing on these issues?
For the past 2 years, I would say.
Not yourself.
Yeah.
The rest.
Yeah, the rest.
Yes.
You know, it has been tough for the past 2 years. I've not seen anyone doing that. Everyone has been having their own problems. But
COVID.
Yeah, but previously, like before COVID, I saw some people were trying to push. Yeah, some people were trying to push different different themes were moving,
Yes.
like from different people's platforms. I can mention a few artists that have been helping. Yeah, even right now, I see Shiba is doing something in menstrual hygiene.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think some of them are doing it. Yeah, some of them are doing it.
Yeah.
And I, for one, I'm also planning something.
I know.
very good.
I mean, we've always had this conversation of the things that you do for the community, but where do you feel it is hard and the government needs to intervene? What do you think they should do? What should the government do? What should let's start with the government before we look at the NGO community. What do you think the government should do to ensure that more creatives, more people with followings, more influencers can actually take part in some of these issues, environment, menstrual health, and all that stuff? What do you think the government should put in place for you?
Yeah, first of all, I was in one conference. I was in a conference with Shiba. Yeah, it was at my university. So
which university is that?
Victoria University.
Mr. Brand Ambassador, Victoria University.
Yeah, so she was talking about like menstrual hygiene. She was calling up like the government to come and support the whole system, because she was like, you can't put end-ons, these condoms for free, and you do not put pads for free.
Yes,
you know,
makes sense.
I liked that. I liked that, and I stood up and went joined her movement.
Yes.
Yeah, because like the government has done a lot of good things, but they forget about these little things that, like, we take them to be little, but they are the most meaningful things that the community needs in most cases, because this is the daily life that we are living. Yeah. Then also, the government should start supporting our plans, like initiatives like foundations. I think very many artists have got like those different foundations to help the community. I've seen Zexi, I've seen Liam.
Zex with water.
Yeah,
It's about water,
I've
yes.
seen a lot of artists are having those different foundations. I believe these people start, like, they come up with these ideas to make a statement in the community, and if the government can provide something like in line with what they are thinking of, I think we can be living in a better place.
I mean, with the stuff you do, I don't know if you've tried to take the journey of for example, registering your organization or foundation, because you find that, for example, we're shortly going to talk about the NGO community, which basically supports a lot of startup foundations. But you find that they need you to have a few things in place. They'll need you to have a bank account, and to have a bank account, you need to register first. Have you tried to go through the process of registering any of your foundations yet?
Yeah, as per now, I've been doing everything as me. Like,
so it's still
I've not opened up any foundation yet.
Yes.
I've been doing everything as Victor.
Just as Victor.
Yeah.
But I feel for you to move from one step from Victor to the next step, you might need to register. Have you thought about it? Do you think it's hard? It's a hard process.
Yeah, just that I've been taken up with a lot of tasks lately.
Music education.
Yeah, music education. I have to balance.
Family.
You know? But I believe in the near future I will be able to register one, provided there is a chance.
Okay, great. So when you look at the issues in the environment sector, what is that one issue that you feel? For example, we are running a campaign globally as the Global Youth Biodiversity Network, and it's about stopping the same. You find that we have the same ministers. One minister will move from one ministry to another, or one minister will be minister forever, so when they go to these meetings, when they come out to the public, they promise that they're going to do something, but nothing ever happens. So when you look at the issues that are happening in the environment section, what is that one issue that you feel needs to be worked on as soon as possible?
Yeah, you know, for me, I always have this saying, like, first things first. I believe we have to, like, the first thing, before we even think about anything else, is taking care of your surrounding or
Our
your
surroundings.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I get out there and I find a lot of littered things there,
Trash, plastics.
I feel very, very, very bad. Like, and when you ask yourself, where should these people be dropping these stuffs? You find out that the streets are they are having no those garbage tins. So I believe the government should first of all provide tins, those dustbin.
And I don't think it's expensive.
I don't think so. It's 250. I checked.
One is
Yeah,
250,000.
250 in your supermarket.
250,000.
I believe if you're getting them in large numbers.
That's about $70. $70. Yeah, it's about $70.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like you can't tell someone not to litter those
Yeah, the plastic bottles.
plastics or whatever, those
The
garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, garbages. Like you can't tell them to keep them with them.
Yeah. Because it's done.
You know?
I've taken my soda.
Yeah.
I want to throw it away.
It's uncomfortable to move with it on the streets, but you find out that there are no tins on
On the
streets
road,
where we
yes.
have to drop those things. So I think the first thing they have to do is get the streets these things so that we can be living in a comfortable environment.
And not just for us. You find that those tins or the plastics, when they go to the lake, when they end up in the ocean,
Yeah.
they actually disturb the livelihoods of the fish, of the life that lives there.
Yeah, it
And-
all starts from here.
Yeah, it starts with us.
It all starts from here.
So it's one thing that you really feel.
yeah, first before they do anything else.
Why don't you take it up as one of your campaigns?
By the
I'm
way,
ready to support you.
That's an idea.
Yes. I'm ready to support him. So me and Victor Rose, we are going to start a campaign.
Yeah, I'm very I'm uncomfortable with that.
We're going to start a campaign.
Yeah.
I don't know who we need to talk to. We're going to start a campaign. Campaign dustbins in Uganda.
You know, I've got my brother, my big brother. Like when we are moving in a car, and you take a soda,
Yes.
then you drop something on the street.
Yes.
He packs. The
Go
car.
get it.
Go and get it. And he makes sure he drives you like for like almost half a kilometer.
Yes.
Then
This
he
is
packs. He tells
you don't do this.
You move,
Go and
and
get
pick
it.
what you dropped,
yes.
then you come back.
But
You know, but if there were those tins, I don't think we'll be going through this.
yeah, I mean, you just stop, get out of the car,
Yeah.
drop it off, move on. But I mean, where does this culture of people throwing garbage all over the place come from? Is it from school? Where do we get it?
I think that starts with you. What you think about the environment, what you think about what people will feel about everything. You know, I for one, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because I know it's uncomfortable.
But I
to
mean,
find
people are
something.
doing it. Where do they get it from? Are we taught it in school?
I think it's a habit.
Africans? I
think
mean,
it's just a habit.
at one point I was with my colleague, my friend is called Dode. He was part of this organization. He's from Benin, and we were actually at one of the CBD conferences, I think in Mexico. So we just had a suite. You know, in those meetings there are like places where you can go and pick up a sweet just to get your sugar levels up. So I had just had a sweet. Then I threw away the plastic cover of the sweet. He was like, "Get it, this is not Uganda." So I don't know if it's just an African thing, but yeah, I feel we really need to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And besides the bins, what else can we do to change the mindset? Should we do like an influencer campaign, pushing people to tell people that, guys, this is wrong?
You know, like before we start with the campaigns, like let the government first provide
Do
those
its
things.
part. Yes.
Yeah, because you can't start telling people to keep the garbages with them when they have
Yes.
nowhere to dump them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you go to the ghettos, actually, it's worse. They just throw in
I had my
trenches.
birthday in the ghetto there. Yeah, I
Which
had
ghetto?
my birthday it's in Chikoni there.
Yes, Makerere.
Yeah. My life out that side.
The stuff is hard. It's hard.
I was very, very touched. And I'm going back this year.
Yeah.
with a changed plan. Yeah.
Clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is your birthday?
9th October.
Oh, Independence Day.
Yeah.
This guy is lucky.
I was born an independent person, yeah.
He was born on Independence Day. But the problem with that is, anyway, maybe just that now people are not celebrating Independence Day as much. But the problem, for example, the guy on the camera shares his birthday with Bobby Wine. So he gets lost in the mix.
We get lost.
Yeah, you get lost in the mix. But yeah, so 9th October, we're going to the ghetto and we're going to do a cleanup campaign with Victor Rose. It will be given in Uganda. We have a chapter here. Mr. Mugisha, he's leading the chapter in Uganda. So we need to get in touch with Victor Rose and do something. And probably at that point, we might also have an all-star project just to, say something about the environment. But yeah, getting back into the conversation. There are so many nice places that we go to. Beaches, forests, mountains, wildlife sanctuaries. Which is your best spot in nature?
Yeah,
Where you'd love to go to?
I love gazetted areas,
Yes.
by the way. So it's a beach, but when it's very far from the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a superstar. You don't want to be with people.
No, I always go there, by the way. Even like a few weeks
Yes.
ago, I was on an island there
Oh.
in Kalanga.
Yes.
I went there specifically to refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love I love the nature, by the way. I communicate with nature
Yeah.
because all my music, like, I just imagine. I use imaginative composition. So I love going into different new places. Then I sit somewhere alone. I focus on that specific sound, sound, or I watch something like pollination taking place, like
when you see the bees on the
when
flowers,
I see the
yes.
bees, like I focus on that, then I imagine something
mind-
out of that.
Your
I have
mind
some
just goes.
I have some stuffs here.
Mm.
I don't know whether I can show it to the
Yes,
camera.
yes,
I have
yes,
some
if you can
stuffs
find
I,
it.
I filmed myself.
Yeah.
It was very beautiful, by the way. Let me check it out.
Yes. We have all the time. Don't worry.
From there, from Kalangala Island.
Yeah.
And these animals were helping each other. By the way, let me hope I didn't delete it.
Because of the phones and the space.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, camera maybe.
These animals are always helping each other.
Yes.
We should learn from them.
We should learn from animals to also help each other. I feel like humans, we instead just pull each other down. We have what we call a PhD syndrome, where if you see Victor going up, you want to pull him down. When you see someone going up, you want to pull him down. Yet, actually in conservation, we have what we call the web of life, where, for example, when you eat from a banana, when you eat a banana, the peel actually works as food for the goat, for example. And then the goat will work as food for you. Then it's like a full web where everything is just supporting each other in nature. If humans would learn to just do the same, that would be great. Yeah, Mr. Victor is still looking for whatever he wants to show us.
I think I deleted it.
Oh, but just
was
explain
beautiful.
it. Just explain it to us.
Yeah, they are these, I don't know how they are called, like these small, those insects. So they were trying to cross somewhere, like it was a part like this one.
Ants.
So, yeah, I think. So there were 3 of them. So the first one had I don't know how to explain it.
So what were they
But
trying to cross?
they wanted to cross from this side to this side. So
What was in between there? Water?
there was like something like it was a high depth.
Yeah.
So
they had to cross over from one side to the other.
So one had to provide a
Oh,
step
yes.
for
So
them.
one had to lie, and then the
Yeah.
others had to pass
Yeah.
on top. Why did you delete something so beautiful?
I think I posted it on my Instagram story. I don't know.
Instagram story, and it's 24 hours and it's gone. But yeah, so yeah, this what he says is we need to be able to help each other.
Yeah.
It's an ecosystem. If we learn from the animals, if we learn from nature, and I feel like nature teaches us so much. I mean, you've said you get your music composition when you listen to a specific sound.
Yeah.
For example, that bird.
Yeah. I can focus on that like the whole day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the day, you actually have a song.
Yeah.
So talking about nature, if you were to be an animal for just one day, which animal would you choose to be?
Oh, I've got it.
Nature teaches you. It will go back. I'll play it again. Yeah. Now these guys left the other one. What's unfortunate is the one that provided the stepping stone was actually left behind.
Yeah.
So it's like the story of Moses in the Bible.
Took my mind. Yeah.
But that's really cool. It's nice you guys have got to watch it. So yeah, we're talking about the animals that you love to be. If you had a choice to be one animal for a day, which one would you choose?
I would be a zebra.
Why?
A zebra is a peaceful animal. I've never seen a zebra in whatever like those
Never creates problems.
Yeah, it's a peaceful one, and it's having my two favorite colors, like black and white.
But in your studio, there are zebra colors there.
Yeah.
Just show them. There is zebra colors in his studio. So that actually makes sense. So, I mean, with everything that we've talked about, how good are you? Because we see musicians all the time when they're hosted on radio or TV, they just come up with freestyles. You tell them, sing about this girl, and they'll do it. Sing about this keyboard, and they'll do it. How good are you with freestyles?
I'm terrible.
You need a lot of time.
Yeah, as I told you, for me, I'm a person who first imagine of something. Then
give it time.
If I'm to compose or to come up with something, I have to imagine a lot, like to think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So because he needs a lot of time, we're not going to ask him to freestyle. But he said his birthday is 9th October, and what I'm going to request him to do, it's my first request. Okay, I request a lot of things from him, but this is my first request that is about me. I'm going to request him to do for us a song about nature. Anything he feels like, even if it's about plastic trash, like he said, he's very passionate about seeing the change in the way we dispose of trash. Victor, are you up to the task? I want you to do a song that we are going to release on 9th October, your birthday. About environment, anything.
It's a big promise.
But it's doable. You have a studio.
Yeah, everything is possible.
I mean, you do the audio, then I'm going to request someone else on this stream. My brother, Christian, who is the leader of the Global Youth Biodiversity Network, I've never requested anything from you. Okay, I've requested stuff from you, but we need your support. So Victor is going to do a song because he has a studio. He's going to do a song, but we'll need support from you and everybody else
to push
push the song and also to do the music video. So we want to launch 9th October.
Yeah, that's cool.
9th October. So, yeah, so we'll look for support. If we get it, we are good. If we don't, still we'll push it in audio with the lyrics video. It doesn't matter, even if it changes lives for 3 people.
Yeah.
That is good enough. So, 9th October, we want a song on nature. You're up to the task, right? All right. Good.
I take it.
Yeah, so before we wrap this up, let's just talk about your music. What is this?
This was a project for my brother.
Oh.
I was working on.
Okay, I thought it is your project.
It's not mine.
Which are some of the upcoming projects that are coming up?
Yeah, I've got a few projects that I'm going
Singles, collaborations?
All. Yeah, this year I think you'll be having my the abnormal me. Not the usual Victor.
Not the usual calm Victor. So we are getting a wild you. We are getting a zebra you.
The environmental me.
Yes, we are getting a zebra you. Yeah. So
I'll be seen in many colors by the
Yeah.
way this year. Yeah, so they should just expect a lot of music. Yeah, with God first.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many young people from across Africa that are watching this. When you look back at all the songs that you've done, which one would you recommend them to watch? Before I tell you my favorite.
Me, I think they should watch Chikomando.
Chikomando. Yeah.
Chikomando is having my favorite climate. Like the weather condition. See,
Winter time, when it's cold and chilly and
that's
dark.
why you always seen my videos. I try to.
Yeah, I've seen actually your videos where you try to.
Yeah, so
and you're always in jackets. You never feel hot.
I don't know, but I'm used to that.
You're living an American life in Kampala, which is always hot. Yeah, so Chikomando, for you, it's your favorite song.
Yeah.
Why is it your favorite song, besides the climate and everything?
Yeah, the inspiration, where I got the inspiration from, I was inspired by the environment. I was seated somewhere watching a lot of stuff. Then I imagined I don't know where I got even the story from. I just missed my people, and I was like, let me take it personal.
Sample them, because some of them don't know you. So let's sample them.
Likawonkolera ndikuwongo meketa nkulowooza nnyo simanyi oba gy'oli ndowoozaako mayira masuliridde nnyo wabula bimuli byatandise okalira nkusaba okyamowalira omutima ogulumya nnyo ntagala abantu batandise olokopya osanga watandise okeberwa obuvubuka bweyo obweyo nga wansudde eno nako ebikomando since I'm ever lonely njagala love story. Hey baby, I shall go fight for your love. You're my queen, I'm your king, that's enough. And then you're awesome and sweet, you're not awful. And baby, I wanna kiss you for life.
This guy's voice just moves me.
I'm very sick, but
yeah, by the way, he's sick. He's sick. So that's not the best, but just imagine when the best comes out. My favorite song is, I don't know if because it's kinda new. It's called Ogeza.
Hey, Ogeza.
Please just do for me a line, like the starting part of Ogeza. That song just moves me. Just do something for them.
Nabuli bigambo byenali yagadde okukugamba nali mbikugambyeko era kyemanyi obitegeera saagala kusuubiza bingi bino. That song is very calm, man.
Hey,
It's
I'm
very
not good at
calm.
all, but yeah, this guy is something else. So, guys, go check out his music. He's Victor Rose everywhere. Victor Rose Instagram, Victor Rose Snapchat, Victor Rose YouTube, Victor Rose Spotify, Victor Rose Tidal, Victor Rose Apple Music. Go stream his music. It's the only thing you can do to support him, and also to keep track. Like we said, we are having a project. We are doing a project. I mean, I've always wanted to do this for the last, I don't know how many years, but I feel doing an all sub project is not something that is going to is feasible for now, but let's do something with Victor for the environment.
Yeah.
Just before we sign out, what would be your last words to the many young Africans that are putting their life in the line to protect biodiversity, and the people that are watching you right now?
Yeah, what I would say is, like, you shouldn't stop. even me, I've joined the cause, like I've joined the movement. I'm here with you guys. Let's do this. Let's not stop. Together to the top is my motto as a musician and as a person. Then I'm bringing it here as well. Let's do this together. We can win together to the top.
We can definitely win. Guys, don't stop. Don't stop whatever you're doing. We're proud of you. The world is proud of you. However much not so many people might come out to say that they are, thankful for what you do, but just keep doing what you're doing to protect the environment. Let's focus on the dreams that we have as young people, and we'll definitely make it. That has been Victor Rose for you. Thank you for everybody that has tuned in. We're very grateful. We're very grateful and thankful, and hope to see you soon. My name is James Propa, and we've been coming to you live from Retro Records here in Kampala, Uganda, East Africa. Whenever you want to come through, please let us know. You're welcome. You can follow me everywhere, James Propa. James Propa is Propa. Everybody knows how James is spelled. See you when you see us.